Legend of Total War here with part 50 of my Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires Let's Play campaign as the Dark Elves. So this will be the final episode because there is not much left to take. I don't think it'll be 90 minutes. I overestimated the strength of the final dwarf and stuff, and yeah, this isn't going to take long. I don't think, at least. How many settlements do they have left now? 13. There's barely any armies of theirs left either, so Misty Mountains we can come in through here. Once we've taken Lamia, which is a major settlement, so there must be some sort of major faction showing up here. Yeah, it's another vampire accounts one. It's got to be Tomb Kings, right? And it's going to be coming in soon. It seems obvious.
Thralls, move!
Soon as in, you know, next.
Morathi.
Look, by the time you guys watch this episode, they'll be out. Because let's see, this is episode 50. Right now, I just released episode 6. So you probably be watching this sometime around March.
Dreadlord of Nagaroth.
Can they make it there by force march? He should do it because he needs some leveling up. Gotta get him that elven healing or else he just can't keep up. This guy may have been a little bit of a waste of money. Because he wasn't needed. And he shows up just in time to be of absolute no help at all.
Bring me that treasure!
I'll grind you to dust.
Damn, that's some pathetic healing right there.
Everywhere. Hateful bidding.
So yeah, actually, you do need a Blackguard of Nagaroth. And so do you. Okay, well here's what we do. I'll take one of hers. No, other way around. And he'll keep moving on. And you can stay here. And for the next 3 turns you can recruit that. And when you're done, and that'll also help fix the public order here. And when you're done, you'll come over here and you'll get the Dark Shards.
Dreadlord, awaiting command. Move, you maggots! Cruelty and violence. Foolish request. Untouchable.
The buildings are
undefeatable.
crumbling.
Still got that little bit of extra public order bonus, but that's not going to last beyond this turn.
Tyrants of Nagaroth.
Right, onto construction, and then moving on to the next turn. Pretty much don't worry about money, it's mostly just about public order now. Gotta make sure these shit-stained settlements don't revolt on me. Excuse me. I mean, it'll build money if there's nothing else to do. We can build for public order. It's obvious. I just find it annoying when I say I gotta prioritize public order, and then the next thing I do is build a money builder, and then someone goes, says prioritize public order, builds money. Where like the next 7 decisions are like all public order based. People are always taking the shit that I say out of context, and they think they're funny, but they're fucking not. Honestly, taking something completely out of context, which wasn't really meant to be funny or important in the first place, is some of the dumbest humor I ever hear. Research available that we don't need. I mean, I could, like I said before, I could turn off the notifications for the levels up. In fact, I might even just just go ahead and level them all up as needed. So this is a strategic location. Let me just see. Oh, it's just obsidian. It's probably a strategic location for Skaven. Yeah. Because that's where Clan Wars starts. Okay, we're not going to need that after all.
Tyrant of Nagara. None shall live. I have prevailed. I want it all.
I managed to recruit a few units here, but 3 armies is
For Cain!
goodbye.
For Nagaroth! For
Bring in the
victory!
guys though.
Noble blood! Yes? How wicked. What nonsense is this? Foolish request!
Who the fuck is making the attack?
Dread Commander! Fury! Torment awaits! All is mine!
Everywhere.
Public order here is good, probably just due to the fact that we have so many generals in the area.
I have brought them ruin!
Fear my malice.
So the only 2 ways out for the dwarves are through here. Of course, they could use the underway to just skip from here to there. So all of this area out here will eventually be vampire accounts. You know, I mean, you can tell it's vampire accounts because of the settlement type, but I'm sure they'll change the graphics to look more like pyramids or something once it comes out. I mean, if they made it look like pyramids right now, it's a dead giveaway. Not that it's not already a dead giveaway.
Short-sighted. What now? Do you take me for a fool? The strong rule here.
Wait, what was this? Nah, I don't need it.
Lord of the Black Core.
Get your asses down here.
Lord of Nagara.
Dark Lord!
The hag sorceress has said.
So a bit of construction, then we move on to the next turn. As per the usual. There might be 1 or 2 full stacks left to deal with. And then that's it. And we're finally over with this very long campaign. I suppose I should start giving a bit of an overview or review of how I felt about this campaign. I mean, I've made my feelings pretty damn clear about what I felt about the Chaos Invasion. Again, when I made that video, what's it called, how to defeat the stupid Chaos Invasion stuff, I want to make something very clear about that. I wasn't complaining about the difficulty, okay? That's not a problem, okay? The problem was the grindiness, okay? And the lack of risk-reward. You've got to reward the player if you're going to put them through something like that. You can't just be like, well, now it's over. The fighting chaos is not its own reward. I think that there needs to be some degree of reward after you defeat chaos, apart from, well, now you just don't need to defeat chaos anymore. Because otherwise that turns it into a chore, as opposed to an objective. So we'll go through and we'll do all this stuff. And as I've said before, it was a big grind. It was like 20 to 30 hours of my time dealing with that shit. And, you know, for a Let's Play, that's not good. Every fucking battle is the goddamn same. Okay, there's not enough units in the Chaos roster for them to, well, not enough good units, for them to actually make interesting fights. And every bloody battle's the goddamn same. So, for there to be like 30 of the exact same thing, where there's absolutely no reward apart from, of course, you know, you get a bit of loot, but in all honesty, it doesn't pay for the army upkeep, especially on legendary difficulty. So my suggestions would be, and of course by the time this comes out it's way too late, it'll probably be patched and fixed by then anyway, but this is how I would have dealt with if I was a programmer at CA, this is how I would have done it differently. fewer armies, but those armies would have been way tougher to beat. I'm talking like nigh unstoppable. You know, with generals that had loads and loads of buffs and equipment that made... You would need basically 2 full stacks to take on a single one of their stacks. I would have all of the armies show up from one location, being the Chaos Waste. It doesn't make sense that they just show up in the middle of the ocean. That being said, the northern... This is technically up here Chaos Wastes as well. So that they... And in the lore as well, which I've been reading a little bit, they do show up here. In fact, the Chaos Invasion of Nagaron completely wiped out Nagaroth. Because the Witch King, you know, sailed to Ulthuan instead. He had a choice. Either stop the Chaos Invasion or conquer Ulthuan. He conquered Ulthuan, sort of. Not have these silly things out in the ocean. And I would probably have all of the armies show up all at once with no second wave, no third wave. What you see is what you get. Because then it actually does sort of reward the player for fucking getting rid of those bastards.
Dreadlord.
But I think the patch that they've just done, or this, you know, my time, has somewhat fixed it a little bit. If anything, has made it maybe too easy. I don't know.
Cruelty.
I'd need to extensively play it to see, but I just don't want to. As I've said, after I'm done with this campaign, I'm going to take a well-needed break from Total War 1 and 2. I mean, I've been playing it like heaps. I think I deserve a break from it. And head back into some Total War games that I enjoy playing a lot more. Unfortunately, though, Warhammer 2, you know, recently came out and need to cover it. You know, views are important, you know.
Observe glory.
I've got the Rome 2 DLC coming out soon, but of course, by the time you guys watch this, it will have long since been covered. I just don't really care what the points go into. It doesn't really matter. Oh, you had a lot of levels up to distribute. And people are often asking me as well now, what's my favourite faction of the Total Warhammer 2 stuff? I would say Army Roster wise, High Elves. And as much as I thought that they were fairy pansies or whatever, at the beginning, the more I've read about them, the more I think, okay, maybe I actually identify more with the High Elves than anything else. Because I'm not actually big on, like, people often think that, oh yeah, Dark Elves, that's Total Legend. I'm not big on torturing people. No, not really. If I've I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say no to it, ever. Wouldn't never do it. But it wouldn't be my, go-to thing. And I'm not really for slavery. Definitely for a very highly trained professional army that has excellent archers. I do like my archers. I've always liked archers. I think the bow and arrow and the crossbow are elegant weapons. The bow being more elegant than a crossbow, but I can recognize the use of the crossbow. I've always said that I hate guns. I recognize the use of guns. I just hate them. I just think guns are just the worst fucking weapon.
What?
It's kind of difficult to say that shit as well because the majority of my viewers are American. And I don't know what the hell's wrong with Americans, why they're just gun obsessed. Not every American, obviously, but a lot of them. Don't you take my Second Amendment right? It's like,
This
okay.
is a fool's errand.
They don't realize how silly they sound because it's an amendment. Means at some point it was changed. You know.
Go on.
You can't change something that was changed. No, it's sacred.
Moving.
Nothing's
Bloodshed
sacred.
becomes
Hey, if your right to own guns is quite happy to let kids blow their own brains out with them, that's your choice.
Vicious dreadlord.
Makes me not want to live in America, that's for sure. I live in a country where we have gun restriction laws. And we don't have gun violence. Not very much of it anyway. Anyway, that's more politics. Went off on a tangent on that. Just forget I said that. I don't feel like I need to particularly rush on this particular campaign, on this episode, because we're 16 minutes in, and let's face it, there's no resistance. You have 11 armies descending on them, and they might, at the best, present 2 armies in resistance. That's at the very best. That's me overestimating them by a long shot. Oh, mother of fucker. Alright, let's hire a new lord. So someone here's going to provide public order.
Black-hearted dreadlord.
Shit.
Rookie are restless.
Lord of the Black Court.
Okay, can I recruit another one at, like, Grunty Mignol? Fuck. And there's no, of course, barracks out here.
Cease your provocations.
Feared warrior.
The people grow restless.
Damn it, why is this particular region so bad with the public order? I shouldn't have built stuff like this.
Tyrant of Nagel.
We didn't even build walls here either.
Displeased.
Black-hearted dreadlord.
There's no other way for me to get one more public order, is there? I've already checked all this stuff before. Well, let's have a look at that. If we go further down, even taking away from someone else, there might be one. It may not come into effect until next turn, though. Harem Keeper. Yeah, it didn't come into effect till next turn. Crap.
Do not vex us further.
There's nothing else in here that I could do. Can't exempt from taxation. We'll just have to send someone back over there. You'll have to go back over there to go and stop it. So you're bloody worthless then. But I don't know. I'll keep you there just because. Fuck me. Just because you will provide us a little bit of resistance there.
Malevolent lord. Black-hearted dreadlord.
Alright, right. And a Gorgazan as well. Hang on, I can fix Gorgazan. Oh, wait, no, it's in part of Galbaraz. So, Unless yeah, I can't recruit any new ones. So there's one army in resistance. But it's not going to matter. We'll send 3 armies to just auto-resolve that. I don't think there's any need for us to manually resolve any of these fights.
My powers are growing.
Dreadlord of Nagara.
I march onwards. Dark servant.
Lord of the Black Court.
Let Malekith defeat just by himself. I don't have any more organ guns. They must have lost the region that was recruiting them. Just by himself I was able to win that.
Advancing.
Enacting my dark desires. What lies
Well,
ahead?
I'll just send forward. Why not?
Conquest lies ahead.
Black-hearted Dreadlord.
Drugi, bloody slaughter awaits.
Yep, no major damage there.
The victor, the spoils.
Hag sorceress of Grond.
Cruelty and violence.
Murderous lord.
Yeah, see, these regions over here, because there's so many of them, so many lords in the area, and they're all providing a lot of public order, it's keeping it under control. So we're keeping that for when you come back, which may not even happen. Alright, do some construction, and then move on. Good, this province came under control. So, in terms of, I guess, more criticism, or just critiquing, I suppose, of this campaign, maybe some things that are positive. I like this. I like a big map. I do like that. I enjoy full map conquest. It's not really the best for YouTube because people lose interest after the real challenge is over. People lose interest, and there hasn't been a real challenge ever since we took on Chaos. Like when we landed here, everyone surely knew that there was nothing that the dwarves, Bretonnia, and the Wood Elves would be able to do to stop me. All they could do was slow me down, and you know they slowed me down in some areas. I do like that a particular faction got huge. That was cool. I like that more than the Chaos Invasion. I just wish it wasn't always the dwarves. Like I said, it would have been. I think it would have been the most fun if it was vampire counts. Largely because I think my armies would absolutely wreck AI vampire count armies. No, so dwarves are, they're just not fun to fight. They're fun to slaughter. Because I don't like dwarves. Almost finished all the tech. Oh, I forgot to move him. The thing that I'm curious about is that when Warhammer 3 comes out, will Mortal Empires be filled up? Will this part here be filled up? Or will there be like a new DLC? We're going to have a completely new map with just certain things changed. Because if we have a look at this, there's a lot of area out here that's just, there's just nothing here. But they had this in Warhammer 1. This sort of like this empty area. Same like when we were able to look at the map, it showed like huge chunks of areas that there was just nothing there. And I thought that eventually when Warhammer 2 would come out, then it would just fill those spots in, but that's not what happened. Just a new campaign showed up. So I'm not too sure what they're going to do with that. Bloody desert.
It is willed.
Command me.
Cruel and deadly. No.
How many cinemas do they have left? 9. 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay, yeah. Didn't seem like it, but there's a fair bit of territory down this way.
With noble purpose.
Maybe there might actually be more than a full stack to deal with. I didn't think there was that many settlements left.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
Tyrant of Naggaroth.
You'd get crushed. Just stay there and wait for reinforcements. So basically all of our armies are in 2 big blobs now. Bit of construction, then move on to the next turn. Putting things in random points, it just doesn't matter. We'll get long campaign victory when we hit that. But honestly, what were they thinking leaving that as the victory conditions? It should just say, you know, full map completion, pretty much. World domination. Because that's basically what it is. If they fought that, we'd probably win.
Kill! 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 Destruction lies beyond.
What?
Chosen of Cain.
For Naggaroth! For victory!
Good, no casualties. Yeah, no, we're good.
Feast on your spoils!
Do I really need to be looting?
Untouchable! Undefeatable!
Oh, no, I'm
The
just used
buildings
to it.
are crumbling.
Don't need that.
Fear my malice.
So I'll get you to go for like... Actually, we should stick to the road.
He's coming.
These guys will go down this way.
I am Morathi. Destroy them all.
Cruel Dreadlord!
A vile plan.
Yeah.
I admire
It might be
your
fun
wrath.
if you actually got caught by one of their armies and have to fight it with all these dragons. So, I actually underestimated
Futile.
how strong they might be.
Fear my malice.
I was only expecting to see like one or two more stacks. If they end up killing that lord, it's
What
not big
was
deal. It's just the
theirs is
dragons.
mine.
Saved me a lot of money, actually. There's victory. So it just says victory. In a world of chaos, a time of heroes, an age of war, you have overcome every challenge laid before you, face down foe, blah 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 blah. It would have been annoying if it didn't let me actually continue. Yeah, you see how much faster it turns out once you've killed the last of the resistance and just shrunk, just eat the whole lot of them real quick. We're not done yet. This is a strategic location. You need, I know you need buildings here.
Everywhere.
Noble of Nagaroth, a novel prospect. Onwards!
No.
Onwards! Destruction lies beyond. Power, dark and violent.
Why is there a goblin in
Don't
charge
cry
here?
off.
Nagaroth nobility, do not cease.
What do you know? Actually came in handy.
We will make them bleed. Acknowledged at last. Yes.
But that's all I needed you for.
Favored of the Witch King.
So just stay there for the turn, then you'll make your way back. You don't even need to stay there for the turn. You gotta get back over here, recruit your troops, and meet up with the rest of them.
Noble of Nagaroth. Cruelty. Hateful bidding.
So what has it got left now? Like 7 regions? I think very few people would actually have the stamina and the patience to get to long campaign victory in this, especially on legendary difficulty. Like, it's just such a grind. I mean, if you think about it, episode 50, 90-minute episodes. What's that? Fucking 75 hours? That's a long campaign. Especially for one that has a lot of problems in it. Alright, moving on. We're almost done. Ha. You know what? I'll actually accept this because I don't want to have to fight them in defense. Let there be a time of peace. About 2 minutes of peace. I would actually like to fight one battle with that dragon army. Just one. I want to see how they perform. So they get peace and then they trespass. Are you a fucking moron or something? I mean, I tell you what they really need to do. They need to add casus bellis to these games. It's actually a potion skill.
Gifts from Cain.
Dread Lord of the Druki.
Shit, I can't actually reach him from there. Actually, I might just be able to.
Nagaroth!
I'm already on the right, so it doesn't matter. Okay, cool. He's in force march.
Death and carnage await.
But you took attrition, and you got some reinforcements. So, let's do
Draw
this.
your blades, we
The
fight!
last battle we'll fight manually. In this campaign. So, experienced veteran army with a veteran faction leader versus basically baby dragons that can't handle the heat of the desert. Yeah, I better not ever give you a dragon. So let's see how these 19 dragons perform. It doesn't really matter if we lose this. I really don't think we will, but let's see how we go. Oh look, they came from their rear. Normally, that's where they actually were set up, so... Actually, this map looks pretty cool.
Merciless warriors.
Damn, those flame cannons do a lot of damage.
For the king!
Probably going to put a stop to them nice and early. Hang on, we got breath attacks. Probably would have been better if I spread it out, but we're fine.
Dark shards.
So basically, an all-dragon army works pretty damn well against dwarves.
Cold-blooded killers. For the king!
No, this is with like no bonuses either. Oh wait, did they get the bonuses? Because the general is very low level. Sorry, bomber. Just ignore the dry bomber. If it's not going to stand a fight, don't worry about it.
Great spears! Kill them! Now is the season of our discontent. Get away
Another thing is, I would say that the maps, the battle maps, do look really nice. It's just not something that takes a priority for me in these games. Oh man, this dragon here's taking a beating. Hang it over there. Surprised the army loss penalty hasn't been inflicted on them. We've barely got anything left. Why don't you come over here? Burn it.
Dread spears! Battle ready! Kill everything!
Okay, there we go. I'd say that the Dragon Army performed reasonably well, but cost-effective wise, it's not at all cost-effective. The armies that I have are like half the price, and you know that wasn't exactly the hardest army that we had to go up against, especially for the other armies. I mean, the flame cannons don't usually do that much.
I have prevailed.
So you shouldn't
I
really get
require
close. We don't actually
slaves.
get any replenishment, so...
Acknowledge at last. Striking out.
Right. You should stay here, because otherwise you get no replenishment. None at all. So, getting this is an absolute... Oh, wait, we do have Lashmaster. Doesn't really do a whole lot. No replenishment at all. Look how long this is going to take. 79 turns. Fucking hell. Bit overkill. Isn't there a thing we can get to... yeah, casualty replenishment plus 20% with this, but that's going to be 15 more turns.
Lord of the Black Court. Nagaron!
I'll grind you to dust.
So who's this?
I think
Bellegar.
I have dark.
It'd be good if we can get to him before he's finished
I
recruiting.
am Morant.
Not crucial though.
Cruel Dreadlord. Onwards!
Good getting out of the desert here.
Onwards!
And more into jungle lizardmen type places.
Bloodshed becomes
Black-hearted dreadlord.
Malevolent Lord.
I must endure this war.
Just structure and then move on to the next turn. We're almost done. Hang on, this person over here, have you moved?
Dreadlord. Await
Get yourself over here.
move.
Just whatever. So yeah, in terms of like the habitability for the Dark Elves, definitely the Southlands is not the good place to be.
Dreadlord of Nagaroth. The thrill of battle awaits. No mercy.
They filled up their army with Regiment of Renown, that's what they're doing.
Master of
Essentially
cruelty.
mercenaries.
Command
Also,
me.
I just find it a little bit weird that
Conquest lies
none of the
ahead.
new factions in Warhammer 2 have any Regiment of Renown yet. I mean, obviously they're probably saving that for DLC.
Slaughter calls us. Their meager wealth is mine. Dreadlord of the Druid.
So now you're replenishing a tiny little bit faster. Wonder what changed.
Beautiful, deadly, victorious.
Just keep it, who cares?
Favored of the Witch King.
Alright, which way should we go first? I wonder if I can build a unique building there.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
Okay, we'll only need one army to take the Golden Tower. Actually, we'll only need one army to take that one. I'll send Malekith
Noble blood
to take that one.
denied.
3 over here, and I'll send 2 down this way.
You take me for a fool.
Destroy them.
Black-hearted dreadful.
Damn, they got the public good up to 100 there.
Lord of the Black Court.
I'm just going to keep you there. You're done for now. And I'm not going to bother constructing this turn. Just whatever. Just move on.
I am beyond defeat. Power awaits me.
Yeah, make your way down
I
to
shall
Doomblade.
destroy.
Thorgrim, didn't I kill you like 2 turns ago?
Be prepared for slaughter.
Stupid cheat.
It is willed.
From here, public order is still going down, but it'll fix itself up. Oh, hang on, look at this. We got Grombrindle heading towards Rosetra.
Come, join us.
Oh, damn it, still didn't quite
No
make it.
mercy.
You
None
might, though.
shall live.
Alright, good.
Pulling back.
If they retake the settlements,
I
no big
want
deal.
it all.
Destruction lies beyond.
I mean, they can't conquer as fast as anyway. I mean, how are they supposed to deal
All
with
is
11
mine!
armies with 1 or 2 armies of their own?
Dreadlord of Nagara. Finding my way.
Next, destruction.
So at the Golden Tower, yes, there is something here. We get the Golden Tower of the Gods provides research rate. Nothing global bonuses. I mean, that is a global bonus, but I don't know what I was expecting.
Dreadlord of Nagara.
Okay, let's try this.
My patience.
To stop them from attacking, we'll just throw some money at them.
Ancestors.
Fuck, come on. Come on. Oh my god. 1.8 million. I could fund your armies for the next 3 turns that you're going to be alive with that. Doesn't matter. Oh, hang on.
Tyrant of Nagaroth. Tyrant.
Cruelty and violence. Bloodshed becomes me.
Okay, let's do a bit of construction and then we'll move on. Through taxes alone, it seems like we make 300,000 a turn, which means that our current armies only use up less than half of our total income. Like I said, we can afford more armies. We just don't need to. And since I can't get any more heroes, I just don't see the point. Because I think part of the fun of this is with the heroes. You know, seeing them grow. They start off. Some of them start off pretty shit, and then they end up becoming quite strong. Especially the Death Hags. They're very strong. Not a big fan of the Canine Assassin though. In terms of combat, I know that if you pull them all together in Iron Mountains and just have them sit there increasing income, you can have that region increase the income a monstrous amount. I mean, even if we put them all there right now, it probably wouldn't seem like that much extra. It'd probably take me up to 200,000. Because if we... No, I'll have a look at it. I think the last time I checked it was making me like 22,000 a turn, because there's just so many slaves there. Okay, so if we go back to all the way to Nagarond, it's making 17,000. It doesn't have as many slaves as it used to because it's been spread out. Even though I've been asking for triple, I mean, the slave decline has just been, it's been dropping. But still, 17,000. If we were to get that to 100% and put all 10 of our Canine Assassins in there, whoa, we could actually make 100,000 a turn.
Dark Lord.
Bloodthirsty fiend.
Command me.
Let me just double check your abilities again. So, it says here, increase income from slaves by an additional 10%. So basically, you could double the income from slaves by having 10 of them there. You don't do anything for money, and yeah, just pump the water. You don't have time to sit there and besiege settlements, you better just take it. So these guys are going to head back up this way.
Lord of the Black Court.
In
Dark
Nagaroth,
and
the weak
noble
perish.
Dread Lord of Nagaroth. Kill them!
2 armies going down this way should be enough.
Attack!
Took quite a bit of
I
damage
have
though.
prevailed. Their meager wealth is mine.
Master of cruelty.
Oh shit, I
Retreat!
wasn't attacking the settlement there.
Fear the dark. Go! Kill! Withdraw! Tear this place apart!
They're down to 2 settlements left.
Druki servant!
I must
Okay, I
endure.
want to send... Alright, I can't go across the
What
desert
lies
there without
ahead?
taking attrition. So it shouldn't be that much attrition. We have to, if they take this settlement, we have to make sure they don't get away.
Dread Lord of Nagaroth.
Bloodshed
I'm just going to move on to the next turn. It's time to just end this. What about you? Doesn't matter that they took it, I just need to make sure they don't keep it. I doubt he'll be of any use to us. But
For the Witch King!
here's your 3 dark
Enacting
shards
my
back.
dark desires.
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
Favored of the Witch King. Dark and noble warrior.
Doesn't look like we can make it back
What
there in time.
awaits me?
Tyrant of Nagaroth.
Ever vengeful.
Black-hearted
So just
dread.
stay out here.
My journey begins. Murder.
Come down here as well. He's cut off. And then you two
Noble of
will go and
Nagaroth.
take the last 2 settlements.
Destruction!
Ah, bloody hell.
Black
Fucking Ungrim. I'm not fighting that battle manually. I'll send these guys in to give me help.
Yes. Dreadlord, awaiting command.
I am Morathi. Let all tremble.
So the only way out for him is out this way. Of course, lightning strike. Just withdraw.
Pulling back. Withdraw.
But we get him next turn. Use both armies, easy auto resolve. Yes, on public order.
Flows through me.
So you took a little bit of attrition, nothing major.
Dreadlord of Nagaroth. Lord of the Black Court.
You're too close to us, I can catch you.
Death is coming. Striking out.
One of the dragons might die. but I
Draw
don't
your
care.
blades. We
No, they'll
fight.
live.
Let them live.
Grumbrindle is out of here.
Dreadlord of Nagaroth.
And so is...
Create chaos!
Fucking hell. They just keep getting these regiment of renown
Death
again.
to all enemies!
How much money have they got?
Dreadlord of Nagaroth.
Let them know death's touch!
This is a fool's errand. Your plans are foolish.
What's going on here?
For Cain!
Okay.
Fury! Death to all enemies!
And Thorgrim is out of here as well.
Claim your prize, Spooky!
There's destruction everywhere.
Nagaroth
Fucked up the
nobility.
settlement pretty bad though.
What awaits me?
Another on force march. It's alright.
Conquest lies ahead!
4 armies on force march is still going to be fine.
Nobility. Power awaits me! Definitely not.
It is willed.
Victims everywhere.
5 armies there.
Begone.
Everywhere ruin.
Just need to make sure around here the public orders. Okay, yeah, we're fine.
Death Knight is upon us.
Research. Not that it matters. 2 regions left. He's trying to get away. I mean, we could just auto-resolve this and then... It doesn't matter if that gets smashed. That's it, they are out of armies. mean, they might start recruiting a new one, but I reckon we'll get to them before they can get to full stack. And they would probably have limited recruitment even available. Let's say the last 2 settlements. The reward for beating Ungrim is great. Oh man, it had a big bloody think about whether or not I wanted to crash there, didn't it? Can someone make it straight to Serpent Coast now?
Dark and noble warrior. Thralls, move!
Death and carnage wait.
1 settlement left.
My power grows!
And then the game crashes.
Hateful bidding!
No need for force
From the
punch.
Witch
We're there.
King! Hag sorceress of bronze.
Come, see my coat.
None of that matters. And here we are. This should. Oh man, look at this. I bet you it's all the bloody regiment of renown
Merciless
again.
one!
Where's
I am
Marathi? Let her
Marathi.
finish this one off.
Guide us.
Yeah, of course, all the regiment of renown.
Revenge awaits.
She doesn't need us. Doesn't need help, but her army did take a beating
What
last
lies
time.
ahead?
For the Druki. Marathi commands you.
That
Fight.
ends the campaign. The dwarfs gone. Dwarfs are gone. That is it. There we have it. 295 settlements. 75 hours of gameplay, at least. Because some episodes were longer than 90 minutes. Very few of them were shorter. And, god damn it. That was a long one. Well, I'm going to take a well-earned break, I think. Anyway, that's the end of this campaign series, guys. So like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Fuckers.